Hey guys, this is Hungry Cerberus. Welcome back to the NBSL tournament. Today's matchup we have the orange Zerg Xapti, and his opponent is the pink Protoss Pattyflakes. I've got two co-casters with me today. I've got Cole Vax. Are you gonna,
Alright.
where was the hello there, Cole Vax?
So I thought you were going to introduce them both at the same time. That's my
What?
bad. Hi,
What?
guys.
Yeah, well, you're getting skipped over. And my other co-caster is Bro5.
Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning in to the NBSL tournaments. Thank you, Hungry. As we can see, we got Xapti here in the 12 o'clock position, and we got Pattyflakes in the 1 o'clock position. And
it's the
this is
3.
it.
Or the 2 or something.
We don't know our
could
clocks
be.
here. He's in the random clock position.
Pretty
I'm
solid
used to
casting
digital
we got here.
clocks. Come on, you guys.
Yes. Well, we are all obviously professional casters, but yeah, it's a pretty exciting tournament, so it won't matter if our deficiencies are holding back some of the excitement.
You kidding? We're just going to make this tournament about 100 times better.
True. All right, let's take a look at our players here. We got the Protoss player. It looks like he's throwing up his gateway. I guess it's a little early. Things are looking pretty standard so far.
Looks like, what is it? Xapti went for a 14 pool, 14 gas. Pretty standard play by Zerg.
Have you guys actually seen any of these guys play?
I've seen a Xapti game once, I think, but other than that, I haven't seen these players play at all.
I've seen Patty. He's an interesting guy, but other than that, I've never seen Xapti play before.
Yeah, they're both actually pretty decent players. I think Xapti definitely does have the upper advantage in this game. He is a diamond ranked player, and I'm pretty sure Pattyflakes is actually platinum.
So he's gonna
As
have
you
a.
guys can tell, the NBSL is all class, all leagues, all skill levels. So we accept everybody. It's going to be different in the future, but for the first one, we wanted to get the most of the community to get involved and have a good time.
It's been interesting too. Some of the matchups, you'd think the advantage would go to the guy with the highest stats on his BNet account, but that hasn't always been the case.
Which is good to see because, I mean, everyone has skill even though they might not be in the same league.
It definitely makes the games more interesting.
So it looks like 2 Zerglings just out here just to kind of scout and spot for Xapti, just to make sure, just to see when his armies, Pattyflakes' army, might be moving out.
Yeah, Pattyflakes actually got himself supply blocked right there, which is never good in the early game.
It does also look like Xapti is going for an expansion here at looks about 21 supply, I think, which is also fairly standard play.
Yeah, it's good. I think a lot of times in tense situations, tournaments like this, people play one base just because they feel safe. But Zapti's doing, I guess, what he's practiced, which is good. And these are very chatty players. Zapti being a little hard on himself.
I think he's actually doing pretty good. He keeps saying he's playing bad, but I mean, he's actually doing quite well.
You know, I think it's just
He's
the
already
stress. It's a tournament. Some of these players have been tournaments for the first time here. It's stressful. It's different from normal laddering.
It is. A lot of these guys, this is like their first tournament too, so the pressure is on. They got a room full of observers, and yeah, mistakes can happen.
I'm loving this one gate robo thing from Pattyflakes here. I really like it when players go for their robo before their second gate. But though there's a little bit of tense feelings while you're waiting just to see if you survive the initial push.
I'd just like to take this time to let everyone know that everyone was aware of this tournament because of the NBSL or the Manitoba StarCraft forums. So if you haven't checked us out and you're from Manitoba, you should definitely come check us out, register, post around a bit, talk to some of the other Manitoba players that we have on the forums. And we'll post a link to the forums in the description below.
As you can see here in the top corner there, Pattyflakes is going for a little drop.
Hopefully the Zelts will be able to do something.
Yeah, looks like Xapti's second guessing himself. He's been playing spine crawlers, but then canceling them immediately after. I think he's feeling the pressure.
I do think that Pattyflakes should have just gone straight for drones and not have worried about the lings and roaches there.
Yeah, it's actually a very early harass. A lot of times players will wait till they can warp in units to support themselves, but he doesn't have warp gates finished yet.
No, actually, he just started it, so it's going to be a little while now.
Oh, am I a little far ahead of you guys?
Yeah, we're at 750.
Holy crap, okay.
Actually, I'm a little higher than you guys, too. I'm at 825 right now.
I'm at 810. Woo!
Yeah, so we're about on par. So yeah, just pause for a second. We'll catch back up to each other. It looks like
Okay.
Patty's going for 4 gates here. You know, I always kind of question this when you have a Robo Bay. If you're producing from all your gates, which right now he's not, he's sitting there with letting his minerals accumulate, I don't think you need 4 gates. But I think players just feel comfortable with that.
So what are our timings, guys?
I'm at 840.
8:43. We're pretty good.
Yeah, same here.
All right. I'm loving Xapti's map presence. You can see pretty much the entire area around Pattyflakes. One advantage of Zerg.
Yeah, those lings, especially if you can produce 2 at a time, and that's 2 separate clouds or shrouds, if you want to put it, of vision you have available with them. Does look like Pattyflakes was trying to get an expansion there, but that Zergling actually denied it.
I'm a little
Yeah,
surprised.
it looks like, go ahead.
I'm a little surprised that Patty's fallen a little bit behind in the army count, specifically because he got his expansion late and he's got the 4 gates. So yeah, I think the Zerg player is going to be in a pretty good position if he doesn't start producing some more units.
Well, it looks like Xapti's actually falling behind on his larva spew. I think he missed a round there.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crucial to use your queens effectively. There's the
another drop happening at the top. Or am I too high? Am I too far ahead, you guys?
No, it's
Oh no, it
just
just
happened.
started for me.
Yeah. He's warping in 2 stalkers. I think that's going to be a bit of a failed drop. I admire Protoss players using the warp prism for harass, but it can be pretty tough. So that wasn't the most effective harass.
Definitely not. I mean, I love when Protoss use warp prisms because there's so many possibilities you have with them, but that was definitely not very good positioning there.
They're really underutilized for some reason. It just seems like players don't use them.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. From my experience, that I try and use that war prism, and it always happens to fail on me.
Your years of experience, right?
Years of experience.
Yeah, we're all pros here. Top diamond, of course.
I'm top bronze. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. Don't laugh too hard.
All right, looks like we might see some pressure from Xapti here. He's moving across the map. See, this is always strange. I feel like Zerg shouldn't move out until they've creeped at least halfway out of the map, so that they have a little more maneuverability.
Xapti's definitely not creeping, like, at all. Which, as a
This
Zerg
is
player
a-
myself, is creeping is a huge thing, especially for vision-wise as well.
Well, it looks like we're having a
Xapti
standoff.
definitely needs to pull himself out of here.
Yeah, the army count does favor Xapti, but that's a pretty entrenched position, and he probably should back off.
Those cannons are just making half the difference in that battle.
Yeah.
And if you look at the kills on them, one has 8, one has 5, and the other has 4.
It's funny, cannons so rarely get to pay for themselves, but if you just walk right into them, they are pretty effective.
That was a little bit of a mistake from Xapti there. He just lost like his entire army.
I think I understand his, underlying thought, though. He's trying to maintain map control. He's throwing up a third expansion. I think he just wants to put some pressure on. He wants to keep the Protoss player